episode 448 of the Phase on View podcast. Episode 448 of the Phase on View podcast. We dropping these jumps like, come on now, like fire.
Has a new list.
Quick. Another list, another list.
You want to look at it?
We can look at it, but let's get started first. 21st century, man. Hey, we did something similar, but we're gonna talk about it today. I'm very interested in your responses and seeing who has the best actually lifts as far as the movies of this 21st century. That was another list that was put out. But first I want to talk about DMV, bro. This heat wave, bro, it's hot as the devil's toenails outside, bro. It is humid, and where we're from, bro, we don't just get dry heat. It feels smuggling outside.
It's very thick.
It's uncomfortable,
and it smothers you, and it kind of like just engulfs you.
Fool. It make you not want to do nothing, bro.
It's very humid out here.
Me and my son went to the pool, bro. The pool even hot. You feel me? Like this heat wave is unmatched, bro. It's unmatched today. But we got a lot on the agenda. Let's get it started. First, I want to talk about would you rather. All right, we want to start there for, today. Would you rather grow up early? Would you rather glow up early in life or later in life? So, would you rather glow up early in life or later in life?
Do I get to keep my glow up if I start early?
Good question. Honestly, I would say later in life.
I was gonna pick later, but I'm like, do I get to keep my glow up if I glow up?
I'm gonna say later in life because I feel like later in life is where I want to be established. I would rather be established nowadays. You see a lot of people that we probably seen in the beginning that didn't look a certain way, didn't have, the certain type of finances, all that stuff, and you see them later in life and they're doing amazing. I like seeing stuff like that where you seen this person where just like you would have never thought they'll be this person at this point of the stage in their life.
Facts.
I think the same for me, bro. I think in hindsight, I can say I've always been popular of some sort, but
I was about to say you were popular in high school,
in middle school, elementary, but also I just feel like it's different now. I feel like I'm in a different space now. To your point, like if I was to glow up, I would rather glow up later in life because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I see people now that I seen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In the beginning, that was glowed up.
A lot of people were peaked in high school. I know a lot of folks that peaked in high school. I didn't want to peak in high school. That's what I'm saying.
You feel me? Like that's why I said glow up later in life because I would hate to be that person that was just a man in the beginning of their life and stuff like that.
Homie, you hate to be that 50 Cent.
In high school, you was the man, homie.
That happened to you.
Bro, I used to tell my students that all the time. Don't be that person who peaked in high school. Don't be that person who peaked in high school or just take, just take from high school and you being popular as the end goal in life.
And they want to stay in high school. They don't want to leave because that's where they was lit.
For sure, bro. And you have a lot of cases like that, bro. You that uncle or you become that old person at the at the cookout telling people what you used to do or what you used to be.
Who you used to be.
Yeah, bro. I
can't talk about who you are today.
Yeah, growing up later in life, I feel like is valid. You want to get to the list now or later? We can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we can get to the list. Oh, speaking of Chris Brown, his case got dismissed.
Yep. Shout out to C Breezy.
Why y'all? I be feeling bad for him because I'm like, y'all really be wasting the man's time.
But you know what that was about.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm like, he really got to get his time wasted because y'all don't want to play games.
As soon as he said free Tory, you know what that was about. Come on now. It gets into the entertainment or that type of politics.
All right, so Complex has put out a best rap version of 2025.
Okay.
All right, number 1 is Meek Mill, Proud of Me. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Number 2 is Kendrick's verse on Chains and Whips. Now, while that verse is great, my problem with that is it's a
song
snippet.
Ain't even dropped yet.
The song's not even out yet. It's just, granted, we heard the snippet, but it's just like. I don't feel that's not fair to put that number 2.
Kendrick is a great rapper, bro, but stop.
But the song isn't out yet. We can at least wait for the song to drop next week.
Leave that Kendrick glaze in 2024, bro.
Pusha T, So Be It, verse 3. Y'all only saying that because he dissed Travis. I think his first verse is better.
I would say Malice.
Yeah, if anything, Malice's verse should be number 3. Should be number 3 on this list. Malice's So Be It verse should be right here. Drake, Give Me a Hug, verse 1. It's number 4.
He went crazy on that.
Like that.
He went crazy.
Amy Youngboy, Alive is 5. I don't know that one. Number 6 is J.I.D. Bodies. He went crazy.
Yes. Him and Offset.
Yeah.
Him and Offset.
Number 7 is Billy Woods, Cold Sweat. I gotta hear that. Number 8 is Malice Ace Trumpets. I would put that higher on this list. I think Push and Malice should be higher off those 2 records. Cool. Joey Badass, Crash Dummies is 9. His first verse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one. Number 10 is J. Cole's Clouds verse 2.
Nah, honestly, that J. Cole Clouds is 1 to me. That J.
Cloud
Cole
verse 2, he was floating.
I forgot about that. That Joan was.
But wait, when did Play the Collard Greens come out?
That was last year. That's last year.
Are you sure? Okay, when did Port Antonio come out?
That's last year. They're both last year.
I'm about to say because I would throw that on it before that. Nah, Doechii Egypt remix is 11.
Clouds though.
I gotta play that. We got DMV on here. We got Nino Payne, Joey Story. I actually heard that for the first time recently. I like that. That was cool. Too. Central C's 13. Don't Know Anymore. That's the name of the song. Little Sims number 14. Free verse 2. I don't know that one. And number 15 is 2 Chainz. Bad Choices.
I like that. Honestly, we should really have 2 Chainz on here multiple times for that Life Is Beautiful album. When I'm telling you, bro, I keep talking about that because it's so fire. And 2 Chainz, bro, I'm telling you, he's goated for how he elevates himself in these different type of spaces.
His son is hilarious, bro. His son is hilarious. I be seeing the snippets of him and his son.
He gonna be a star.
Him and his son on the pod. Yeah. Yo, Halo is jokes.
But yeah, 2 Chainz
is looking at him like, bro, what?
He deserves multiple verses on this though.
Yeah, but like, for the most part, I mean, I can't speak to like from 11 down, except for Nino Pay. I don't really know much. I don't know Billy Woods. I have to go play. I don't know the NBA YoungBoy verse. Everything else, I'm alright with, except for Kendrick's Changing Whips, only because that song's not out yet. I've heard the verse, and it does sound great, but it's not out yet, and you can't do that.
That's why I said.
And Malice's verse from that song should be. I'm sorry, Malice's verse from So Be It.
Yeah.
Verse 2 probably should go there instead of Kendrick's verse. I would put Push's verse word on So Be It on there, and then I would move Malice's Ace Trumpet. I think Malice and Push deserve to be in the top 5.
What did he say? Peace Neptunes, this ain't Saturn, boy.
He said
floating on So Be It.
Ain't no more Neptune, so peace Saturn.
He was barring.
He said, blow money, you owe money, we ain't balanced, you ain't believe, God did, you ain't Khaled.
Boy,
he said, bird talk. He said, y'all tweet, we all parents. I said, wait.
No, you know what needed.
We're all parents.
You need to be spoke about. Rappers who really, we talked about it before, but reinventing themselves. You know how hard it is to be away from the game so long and then come back and be on top of the game, bro? Rapping ability.
Still not cussing.
For sure.
He ain't cussing the verse yet.
Hey, look here. Since we talking about lists, they did make a list, but I wanted to make our own because, bro, I was mad about this. I ain't even look at the whole list. The 21st century top movies.
Let me find that list.
I'm good off of that list. I want to go off of what we're going to say, and we can do a draft, or we can just go off of the top 21st century movies.
Let's go off the top.
All right. Top 10, my opinion. I'm going to just say my top 10 right now, and you can interject too. Dark Knight should be in there.
Of course.
21st century Dark Knight is the top 3. Inception should be in there. Wolf of Wall Street.
Just all Christopher Nolan films.
I think Get Out should be in there. Now, a sleeper, which is one of our favorite comedies, bro. Step Brothers and Superbad. You can't go further out the top 10 without Step Brothers and Superbad, bro. In the top 10 21st century movies. What's another one? No Country for Old Men was actually a phenomenal movie and phenomenal film.
This is Rolling Stones list.
Parasite ended up number 1. Parasite was actually a good film.
Parasite was good.
It's a very good film.
This is Rolling Stones list, right?
I wouldn't put 1. I'm not sure who made the list. I'm not gonna lie to you, because when I seen it, I just seen it go viral. I was like, nah, I'm not with that.
Well, Rolling Stone just did one 3 hours ago, so it can't be them.
Nah, I'm not with that.
So I'm gonna go with IMDb. Maybe that was them. Top 100 movies. Are you done?
Nah, yeah, I'm just blurting out, bro.
Oh yeah, so you got Dark Knight on there.
Dark Knight should be in there.
Honestly, I agree with they had some anime on there. If you've never seen Spirited Away, Studio Ghibli got a couple amazing films. Like if I had to pick 3 that I feel like belong on this list, because one of them was Spirited Away. If you go on Max, you probably never seen it. If you go on Max, there's a Studio Ghibli hub. You know how they got the DC hub and the CNN? Mm-hmm. It's called Studio Ghibli. You'll find all their movies. So Spirited Away is an amazing film. Howl's Moving Castle is amazing. And Princess Mononoke. I would throw those 3 in there. Believe it or not, bro.
So 21st century is from basically 2000s to present day.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, Marvel has to be in here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like you have to put
Avengers,
Infinity War in here.
Infinity War is.
You have to put Endgame
top
in there.
10.
Black Panther has to be there.
Black Panther for sure.
I'm gonna put Sinners in there. I wouldn't put it high, but I feel like it makes the list.
I don't
of
know.
100?
I don't know. 100, yes.
Yeah, of 100, I think it makes the list of 100.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, because it's already climbing. Like it's beating out so many different horrors and genres. Like it's still climbing.
But you gotta think about different genres too. You know
what I'm saying? I feel like it crosses genres. That's what I'm saying.
We didn't even bring up like movies like, let's say, like comedies too. You got Wedding Crashers. You got many different films. What's it called? You got Gladiator. You have
Will Smith has a Will and Denzel have like
Will Smith and Denzel.
The ones they had in the 2000s was insane.
They got at least 10 apiece.
Will did like an 8-movie box office run that you'll never see again in Hollywood history. It was crazy that those years he was doing it.
I Am Legend is on.
I Am Legend is on there.
I Am Legend is top 10 for me.
Hitch should be
up there for sure.
Should be here.
Training Day is top. It could be in the top 5 honestly.
When did Man on Fire come out?
That might have been. That's a good question. That might
Man
have
on
been.
Fire was like that. American Gangster was like that.
American Gangster for sure, bro. Like it's so. That's why I say I don't know if I put Sinners that
Give
high
me Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness is.
Not high up, but I feel like
it's too many movies.
I feel like out of 100, Sinners has worked its way on
another one.
List.
Lord of the Rings. Don't
Harry Potter.
On Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter.
Lord of the Rings is like that. We talk about Pirates of the Caribbean. They got a couple that should be on there too. Maybe not all of them, but there's definitely a couple that belong on here. Pirates of the Caribbean has some great films. Disney and Pixar got a lot of films that should be on here. They got some films too, bro. Don't let us get started on like the Monsters Inc. is on here 1,000%. Incredibles is on here. Shrek is on there. That's not Disney, but that's DreamWorks. But DreamWorks got films too.
Shrek is on that jump.
Cause you gotta talk about everybody. You can't just talk about like the live movie. You gotta talk about the end. Like
so many different genres, bro. We had amazing movies.
Shrek and Finding Nemo are both arguably top 10.
Finding Nemo is in there.
Yes. When did Toy Story come out?
Toy Story is in there because you got Toy Story.
All three of them, forget four. All three of them belong on this list. I don't care where you put them. They on this list.
And if you want to be, if you talk about animation, Frozen is on here.
I've never seen Frozen.
Frozen
was monumentally impactful.
For a lot of people, what's the movie? Moana's on here for a lot of.
If you asking the kids, Moana's on there
for sure. And then what? Avatar. Come on, bro.
Avatar has to go on this list.
That's why I say it's some go getters. Actually, we could do it. We can go head up. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it.
We already named most of the films.
Let's do it.
The Dark Knight was one on IMDb's list.
Bro, Dark Knight gotta be number 1.
Spirited Away was 2. Look, see? Go see this. I'm telling you, go sit here and watch that. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
But yeah, we already said most of them. We ain't gonna do a draft, but we did already say.
So Parasite was 3. This is IMDb's list. I don't know if this is the list that went viral, but Parasite's 3. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is the last one. That's 4. The second one is 5. Mm-hmm. Pan's Labyrinth is 6. I've never seen that.
Not sure what that is.
Lord of the Rings and Twin Towers, that's 7. That's the second one, actually.
You know who else got some?
WALL-E. I was never a big WALL-E fan.
But
I need to see it all the way. I've never seen it all the way. It's just like it never caught my attention.
You know who got some movies that we ain't talking about? Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. They got some movies in this.
The Irishman is probably on this list.
We messing up right now.
And
you know we
Hidden Figures.
Guess who got 5 to 10 movies easy out of this? Adam Sandler. Without question, bro. He got easily. We can go from wherever you want to go.
Samuel L. Jackson should be on here. Multiple times. Because Star Wars probably makes it somewhere.
Yeah,
they just recently brought that back. Yeah, Star Wars is probably on
here. I can debate Adam Sandler probably has the most movies in the top 100. Cause we can go from.
I was gonna say an Adam Sandler movie, but I didn't think the one I was gonna pick. I didn't think you'd agree with it.
Well, which one?
Reign Over Me.
Now I'm familiar. That's not something I would pick first because
I love that movie because it's not your traditional Adam Sandler movie.
Right.
Like he's not playing the wacky, goofy, silly, funny comedian. He's playing like he's really not that he's not acting at all, but he's playing a completely different. He's playing a more serious role.
Because in his movies, he's playing himself.
He's playing a more serious role. He does an amazing job, and the overall movie is incredible. Him and Don Cheadle were really great. Jada Pinkett is in it. Speaking of Don Cheadle, Crash
is
also on this list. Crash is an amazing
Early
film.
2000s was an amazing film.
Ludacris, Terrence Howard, Lorenz Tate.
Oh, speaking of Terrence Howard, you know Hustle and Flow's on here.
Hustle and Flow. I feel like Step Up is on here.
Step Up.
Even if it's 100, it's. I feel like
Step Up is on here, bro.
it's so impactful. People love Step Up. It's very influential.
Yeah, that's a good one.
How you feel about Coach Carter?
I like Coach Carter. Is that what? Coach Carter might be. I'm just.
Wally's
this might not even be a hot take. Coach Carter might be the best sports movie ever.
Separation.
One of them, you know, because you got to Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
It's tough, but Coach Carter's up there.
Longest Yard is definitely on there.
Longest Yard is on here.
Spotlight at 10. 12 Years a Slave was 11. I'm gonna do the 15.
The Django is in here.
Django,
sure.
Okay. The Pianist is 13.
Yep, Jamie Foxx is on here.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
You know,
Mind.
it was a great movie that gets slept on. Law Abiding Citizen was an amazing film. I love Law Abiding Citizen.
What was that? Gerard Butler?
Gerard Butler.
I haven't seen that all the way. I gotta go watch that.
Fire movie.
I need to see Heat. I haven't seen Heat because I know Val Kilmer just passed away not too long ago.
Yeah, bro, it's too many films.
21st
century, bro, was
shout out to my aunt Nickanu, man, because my aunt Nickanu, she had the biggest movie collection I've ever seen in my life. God rest her soul. She's the reason why I'm even into films and movies, and that I've seen so many things. Why I'm a Disney kid because of her. So shout out to my aunt Nickanu.
Hey man, I was thinking about it earlier, bro. Worldstar had a run.
Run. I used to look for the Vine comp every week in college,
bruh. The compilations, you had the fight compilations.
That's how you knew you was. That's how you knew you was that person on Vine. That's how you judge who was if you were funny or not on Vine.
True.
If you made the Vine comp,
that's true.
On Worldstar, you were like that, and if you kept making the Vine comp, you were him.
So her, because we're in this era of TikTok now. Star bench cut, Worldstar, TikTok, or Vine.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's tough.
Starting TikTok.
Yeah, now I'm gonna start TikTok too. And maybe it's recency bias, but I feel like TikTok is kind of like all in one.
Yeah, and I can find things that I would want to buy. And
I'm benching Worldstar. Worldstar was such a movement, bro. It's hard. It's hard to cut Vine, but I already have Vine in TikTok.
Yeah, like.
But Worldstar, bro, like, whoo. Like if y'all was not outside doing Worldstar, and also you heard that Worldstar, somebody getting beat the fuck up. I don't know who was. Yeah. Somebody getting knocked the hell out.
Yeah,
I used to really watch the compilation of the knockouts.
I didn't watch the knockouts just as much,
toxic,
but I definitely watched. I watched them. We almost ended up on Worldstar. Thank God we didn't with the Amber Cole thing.
Oh,
that was a goal of ours. We almost did it too.
That was crazy.
I'm so glad it didn't happen. I'm so glad it didn't happen. But at the time, we almost did that. We was
doing numbers too.
That's what I'm saying. We were doing numbers. I forgot what it was for like a day.
What platform? What was we on? We was on. Was it Instagram? Vine? It was some.
We put it on YouTube. I think.
Yes, I think it was YouTube.
And it was doing numbers, and we were tracking. Me and Gerard was walking through the school on Monday, and people were singing that joint. We was like, bro, like that joint got out. Man. And then literally that day, coaches aired us out.
If you know, you know. I ain't gonna get into it.
Our coaches aired us out. It was funny, but it wasn't funny at the same time.
Well, we would have been on Worldstar swiftly too.
Boy, when I tell you we deleted that for all, there's no way you're finding this. It's all traces of the web is gone. The dark web, the light web, it's gone. And then this will have my heart racing. It was right the day before you about to play Suland for the regional championship. Mm-hmm. Miss Jones came down to the field. I said, "Oh, we about to get what?" I said, "We are cooked."
Yeah, and it was crazy.
I said, "Oh my gosh, we're cooked."
During the playoffs,
I'm like, she's never come down to talk before a game. I was like, "Yo, we are cooked." I was like, she somehow saw this video. All of us were panicking. We were all panicking. We didn't know why she was coming down the steps. We were all panicking.
My favorite.
All people is Jones.
My favorite.
We were panicking, and she walked down there. We in the huddle, and she said, "I want to tell y'all how so proud I am of you. Go out there tomorrow." Win, do well, because she loved us. Like, we were like her pride and joy. So when she said that, we were like, whew, boy, we thought we were cooked. I was like, oh man,
was different, bro. Them days were different.
Going viral was Jones about to kill us.
Going viral during that time was different because it wasn't as common as it is now.
It isn't. You really had to get your numbers up.
You really had to do something to go viral. We was about to be out of there. Another star bench cut. I'm interested in your answer. Concerts, brunch, or clubs?
Inside Out is above Toy Story 3. I've never seen Inside Out, so I'm probably cutting the club because nobody dances anymore. I'm gonna
I'm cutting the club too.
I'm gonna start concerts. I'm a big concert person. I'm a bench brunch because it's like no one ever invites me. I be wanting to go to brunch. I never get invited, and then it's like
brunches be lit. So
I'm
a bench brunch, but I'm gonna start.
I be wanting to go to brunch, but nobody, and the food be good, but I never get invited. And I'm from the DMV, and it's like a sport out here.
It is.
Going to a brunch is like a sport, and I don't never get invited.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start brunch because I've been going recently. I'm gonna start brunch. I'm gonna bench concerts, and I'm gonna cut the clubs. Like you said, the clubs to me is overrated. Bruh,
nobody wants to dance anymore.
As soon as you see, if you do drink, as soon as you see the bottle prices for the club, you getting robbed. Highway robbery. I'm paying $250.
And then like when the women start dancing, they want to dance on their friends. They don't even want to dance with guys.
$500 for a section when I could just be at home having a kickback or going a lounge or doing something else.
It's about the aesthetic. It's about looking good on IG.
Yeah, it is, bro. I'm not.
Some people love the club. Some people love being outside.
They just love being out. They like you just said. They love to be seen.
Yeah, but it's not even that. I don't know. It's just like Deshaun wanted that. He like going out.
But it's a different.
But he's not looking to be seen.
Yeah, it's a different type of element, but based on the type of person. Like our crew and how our people. We just don't want to. We not being out where we've been there. Honestly, I can say it 10 times. Or we've been there, done that. As far as any type of scene that you experience, we've been there, done that.
I be trying to go out with y'all, but it just don't never sync up.
The time it don't be working out. Speaking about like the club environment and just being out, power actress, her name is Alix Lapri, but
I hate her. I hate him. Whatever.
What's her name in the show?
Effie.
So I'm gonna just give it context because I'm gonna say power actress who was named Effie in the Ghost series was standing there while somebody was flirting with her, but she was with her fiance. Her fiance was just standing back, just eating, chilling, watching her, talk to and interact with the dude. Me, initially, I felt like she was wrong just off of she continued to carry the conversation. And people were like commending him, the fiance, for just being calm and cool and collected because that could have went a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? If he reacted differently. Which I understand, I respect that because just at the end of the day, you can't control anybody's actions, no matter if they with you or not. So like him standing back and just watching, his fiance kind of like dismiss the dude.
Yeah, and it's just conversation. I think he handled well. I'm not mad at her. She's a Southern girl. Southern people are naturally just friendly. Yeah, they're hospitable. She was just having a conversation. I'm glad because I think it would have ruined me if she was one of those girls that just immediately just like you can't even talk to me like. So like yeah, so it was like because like it just started off as conversation. Mm-hmm. She was making conversation, but like she did what she was supposed to do. I'm with my fiance. So I'm not single.
But commendable.
But I don't like him because I love Effie. It's him and Royce O'Neal are my ops for now on.
Him, bro. Because he's telling you,
in all seriousness, yeah. Shout out to him.
I'm telling you, a different person, different situation. Bro, people can look at that a whole nother way, bro. And I do feel like me personally,
get hostile.
It is a level of respect you need to have if you see somebody else, bro. This happened to me recently, not too long ago. I'm with Mo, I'm walking, and this dude like, hey yo, I'm like, I know, I know he not trying to holler, but we just continue to walk because in that moment, if I make a decision. Look, you never know how life goes.
Yeah, pride so kick in.
Your pride and ego as a man, you have to, you know what I'm saying, keep yourself together in certain situations. But it is a certain level of respect that you must have. If I'm with my woman and you trying to holler at my woman, bro, you about to see about me if you gonna be that disrespectful.
And to be honest, I don't even care if she could not be your woman and it could just look like y'all could be out as friends, but it's the optics. It looks like we look like a couple.
Yeah,
so all of that alone, you should just not. You know what I'm saying?
Because then
I'm still ready to intervene. Because then I look crazy, like because of the optics. Because of the optics. Now I look like the dude is just letting this dude go smack at this girl. And I don't want to have to explain that.
As far as Effie and what she did in that situation, I'm gonna just be honest. She handled it appropriately.
Very well.
But also too, you have situations where just based off of you entertaining that, it could have escalated. You know what I mean? So like it's in a sense of like. Yes, like you can be nice, you can be dismiss the person, but also you just carrying that conversation based on who your partner is. That can go totally left.
Interstellar is 24.
Go totally left. Interstellar's a great movie too.
I recently saw that earlier this year. Yeah, that was sad, man.
Interstellar's a good movie. It is.
Christopher Nolan is like my favorite director. That movie is this is the movie that confirmed that for me.
Oh, we tripping. We know what we didn't name Transformers. Let's talk about the Transformers with Shia LaBeouf. The original Transformers with Megan Fox. Transformers.
At least the first two.
The first two.
The first two are incredible.
Undeniable right there. Transformers, bro.
Michael Bay's coming back to direct the next one. So.
Michael Bay, I love Michael Bay films, but with Transformers, it's just kind of like Fast and Furious. Y'all made too many. You feel me? Like it's a certain point where y'all should have stopped the franchise. I don't want to see another Fast and Furious 85. Like let's call it.
This next one is the last one. Somehow Brian is coming back.
Please, I love Fast and Furious, but they done went too far with.
Somehow Brian is coming back, but I guess they're gonna use his brother to bring Brian back. But whatever. Yeah, this next one is the part 2 is the last one.
I feel like
somehow Giselle's alive.
I feel like the one after Paul Walker passed was one of the best ones. And I feel like we should have left it. I feel
like 5 is the best one.
But
that was the first one they brought all the cast back and they brought it all together. Because originally it was always a different person starring each movie.
Was Paul Walker in 5?
Yeah, he was in 5, 6, and he passed in the middle of 7.
That's how you know they make too many of the goddamn thing. I'm not trying to be. I thought Paul Walker, not trying to be just say that, but I thought he passed like around like the 5 time.
He passed like they were almost done with 7. That's when he passed.
We gotta think about we had Tokyo Drift. We had so many different ones.
Yeah, each one is stars a different person. Like the first one has Vin and Paul Walker. The second one just has Paul, Luda, and Tyrese. The third one doesn't have either of them in it. It has Han in it though.
Yep, that's Tokyo.
Fourth has Paul and Vin Diesel again, and then 5 is where they bring everybody back, and then they really hit with that one. So that's why they kept doing it like that. They kept bringing it back.
So the 1-6, that's why I felt like it should stop, because you remember at 6 when I think it was 6 or 7 when he had passed away, and they did the rest of the film with the brother.
Yeah, that was 7.
That's for me. That's what it was. That was it.
Yeah.
When the Wiz Khalifa I See You Again most popular song came out, when they brought it into the sunset, that should have been it. That should have been the
but the reason, to give it to shoot them some bail, they're doing it for Paul because Paul is the one. His vision was to do 10.
Okay.
And so that's why they've kept it going because Paul wanted to do 10 films. So they're like, we're gonna do 10 of these.
Hugh, if you're gonna do 10, make it damn realistic like the first 5 and 6 was. Nigga jumping off of planes, goddamn, doing everything, driving cars into boat. Like what we, bro?
You gotta know what you're going into the movie for.
Come on, bro.
You gotta know what you're going in for. So like for me, it's like a DJ Khaled album. I know I'm going in there for superficial raps. He gonna rap about Maybachs and Rolls Royce trucks and making money. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for like substance. I'm not here for like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here for like poetry and like deep meaning.
Factor.
So for Fast and Furious, I'm fully here to see cars and stupid stuff and high stunts that make no sense. I'm here for it. So I excuse all of it because I know what I'm signing up for. I know. That's all I'm saying. You gotta know what you're signing up for.
Goddamn way, bro.
Listen, when Vin Diesel took the car and grabbed the bridge and turned the wheel and then swung the car. Listen.
Come on, for real.
I get it, but again, I'm like, listen. I know what I'm here for. It's fine. A drone chased them through a city.
Fool.
And cars were getting away from it. Like, there's no way a car is escaping a drone.
They'll be jumping out of damn windows, bro. I ain't never, bro.
It looks cool though. It looks cool.
It is cool. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here for it though. When Vin Diesel drove off that dang mountain, even with all the armor in the world that he armored that car with, there's no reason why he should have survived. I'm just saying.
But the cars flying in the air, I said, oh hell, come on. Enough.
Dropping the cars from the
We love Fast and Furious, but come on.
They went to space.
Yeah. They went to space. You're right.
They went to space.
That's bullshit. They went to Dubai, bro. They did everything, bro.
They protected Vin Diesel from a nuclear blast with cars. Mo.
And then a couple of the cast came back to life about 3
Literally,
times.
Giselle came back in the last one. She gonna be back in this next one.
Look, look here. We are avid fans of Fast and Furious.
I'll be there. I will be there to watch the last one. But I'm just saying, you gotta know what you're there for. That's all I'm saying.
Let's call it.
Yo, Malik Beasley's cooked. He ain't messy. Actually, this you gotta change it. He's been arrested now. He's been arrested.
See, here we go.
Bro, when the U.S. District Attorney's Office is looking into you, this is surpassed the NBA.
Yeah, correct. You're right.
He's violated the NBA's rules. You got the USDA on your tail. This is you have committed a federal crime.
So let's add context for the viewers that don't know. All right, NBA player Malik Beasley is under federal investigation over gambling allegations. And now him being arrested, we're not sure if it's really allegations anymore. My thing with this, bro, is greed is the most terrible thing ever, bro. Because you are making millions. You are a multi-millionaire. So for hundreds or thousands of extra a week, you willing to sacrifice your future and your family's future over gambling? And it's addiction, bro. It's bad. It really is. It is horrible when you get to that certain point where you're making millions and for an extra couple dollars, you sitting there trying to make bets while you're in the NBA and knowing in this professional sport you cannot do it. It's the clown, it's the dummy of the week, and it's goofy, bro.
It's dumb.
All the above, bro. Greed is it's so.
And then
terrible,
it's like you
bro.
could like why you have to gamble illegally? Why can't you just gamble? You know what I'm saying? Like why do you have to do it that way?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Like the USDA's office is after you, bro.
Why the hell am I gambling when I made millions? I already made it. I made it.
That's true.
I made it, bro. I gambled. I made these sacrifices to get to this point, and now you want to throw it all away because you want to place a goddamn bet? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you can't get any
even Michael Jordan didn't do this.
You can't even like.
And he was a gambler.
You can't make sense out of this, bro. You
can't.
really can't. It's not even.
When I saw USDA's office, I said, he's
federal.
Cooked. I said, he is cooked.
Bro.
This is beyond the NBA.
And it's
beyond the NBA.
And it's even crazier because he's actually a good NBA player. He adds value to a certain team.
He was second in threes this year.
Come on now.
He was second in threes made.
Come on.
You know, Detroit was doing their thing. You know, they finally made some progress as a team.
At what point?
I ain't gonna lie. Twitter has been hilarious about the whole thing, though. Like the video, they said, he's guilty for sure.
Guilty.
Because they put the video of him taking Tyrese Halliburton, and Tyrese just driving past. And they said, he's guilty.
And then you force people to look into the actual games you playing in, like you said.
Nah, for real.
Like, what is you doing, bro? And
then my
other
gosh.
cuz who got caught up in this had his. He was in the NFL though. He had his real name on.
Dummy, stupidity. They don't be thinking
on the betting app. Are you dead ass?
They don't be thinking, man. They don't be dead ass.
If I'm not trying to just say find a loophole, but if you were to ever do that, Hugh,
Inception was 25.
if you were ever to do that, I would get a family member or something. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, why even go to those lengths?
Why?
I'm making millions
You make plenty of money.
Dollars, bro.
You make plenty of money.
People would die to be in your position, bro. You're part of the 1% of the world. Income-wise and also profession-wise. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Dummy of the week goes to Malik Beasley.
Got you.
You making me embarrassed they even had the name Malik this week. you tripping.
Doggy of the day, all that.
For sure. T-Pain versus Drake, man. I seen the T-Pain clip and I seen the Drake comment. And honestly, it made me do some research, but the internet already did their research. At first, when I seen the clip, to add context to what was going on, T-Pain was just talking about how Drake was one of those artists that he looked at as who was going to be gracefully bow out. He spoke about it in his music.
Yeah, he said he would do it in the
T-Pain
radar.
was basically saying, like, you know, when the fans are disliking you and you're not wanting it anymore, why are you continue to push the music on it? And Drake is just like what are we talking about? You have resentment for me from the beginning of my career. One thing I will say, and two things I will say, Drake has been consistent since 08, bro. He's been dropping music consistently since 08. No matter how you feel about him, I don't think that changes anything. Regardless of before and after.
He had a banger this year.
Yeah, so like
Nokia was everywhere, and I love that song.
And he had a great album, and he's going to continue to drop music. And T-Pain is a legend. We
100%.
understand that. But in this particular situation, call it what it is. It's hating, bro. It really is. Because also, I've seen clips where T-Pain said in Scorpion, you know,
I saw that
Drake,
the Joe Budden clip. Yeah,
nigga, what?
The Joe Budden clip. Yeah, that was nasty. I was like, Drake has a point.
It's I don't hear. I'm not me personally. I've never heard a Drake song and said, "Oh, that reminds me of T-Pain." For real, I've never heard that. Yeah. T-Pain has paved the way for a lot of people and a lot of artists, such as Drake. Yes, he's paved the way. He was here before Drake, but Drake is Drake.
Drake is
like
Drake.
What we talking about? Drake is Drake, bro.
So when I saw that clip. Because I didn't have much context to know why Drake felt the way he felt. When Drake said what he said, I was like, I had to think because I wasn't about to.
Yeah, because we think of resentment. It's like,
I wasn't about to do a deep dive until I was like, what does he mean by that? Like, why does he feel like that? Because that's a very, to use that word is very specific.
Right.
He didn't say that guy's always hating on me. He didn't say that guy's never, like, he said he's always had resentment.
Right.
So I was like, huh. So when I saw that clip, I said, I can see where he's coming from.
For sure.
Even though that wasn't the beginning of his career, but I can, if that's there, I can see why Drake might have felt that way.
Absolutely.
So I'm on Drake's side with this. I get what T-Pain is saying. He's gracefully bowing out, and he got that from Drake because Drake said he was going to gracefully bow out. But Drake doesn't feel like he needs to gracefully bow out yet. He doesn't feel like that's where it is. He doesn't feel like he's being forced out. I get right now it feels like that's happening, but reality is still reality. And, when you look at the success of Sexy Songs For You, and you look at the success of Nokia, Drake is 1,000% still Drake, and the fans still want to hear his music. He doesn't need to gracefully bow out. Like,
and respectfully, bro, just to be honest,
he's not forcing the music on anybody. We still want to hear it.
It's levels to this, bro.
Yeah.
Like, respectfully, it's levels to this. T-Pain is a legend, and he's one of the icons too. So is Drake, one of the icons too. But it's levels to this. Drake still makes amazing quality music, bro. And also, outside of this Kendrick beef and all that other stuff that happened, don't look at the optics. It's only about 15, 20%, if that, who actually believe what they say. Because a lot of these people that were against Drake in this beef, all that other stuff, they listen to Drake still.
They listen to Drake.
You feel me? Like, that's never, you know what I'm saying?
They still
that's never
Drake.
not going to happen. So, like, when he said that, I understood what he was saying in the sense of, like, the beef, and he's continued to try to make a hit. But when has Drake not continued to make music?
He had a hit this year. Like, he had a really big hit this year.
That's why I'm like, bro, with this situation, that just blows me, because it's not just me just solely defending Drake. It's just that we're dragging the beef as if he's still not one of the greatest artists ever.
Like, you can't expect a Drake album to come out and there's not going to be a banger.
For sure.
He just doesn't exist. Like, that's just not who he is. Same thing with Kanye. We talk about Kanye's music quality is dropped.
Perfect example.
But even within that, if you listen to any Kanye album that you don't like, you're still going to find a song or two that's like one of the best songs that's come out this year out of everyone's music. Because that's just, he's Kanye West.
Right,
like,
sure.
He's going to find a way to make something incredible that everyone's going to love. Even if you don't like the rest of the body of work. He's just that good at what he does.
Correct.
So I feel like even if that album that Drake and his party put out was bad, which it wasn't, because I do like that album. A lot of people love that album. They still play it. Songs are still being played.
It's a
fire album. Even within that, Drake was still going to find a way to put out a banger. And Nokia is, I love Nokia. I love that song. Like, it's a great record. Like, it really is. It's catchy. It's got lyrics you can sing. It makes you want to dance. It's just one of those. Like, he's still Drake.
I'm Drake. Based off of how the mainstream industry is hating on him, bro, I would never do another feature or collab again. For real. Like, I don't have to. I'm not saying he doesn't. Yeah. I wouldn't want to at this point, because you have so many people that's so envious and jealous, and it showed once this beef happened. It showed, bro. You had people that pick sides.
Unless it's on my album, I get what you're saying.
Right, facts.
Or unless people are paying, like, because normally guys don't charge for feature verses, but I would collect every check, and it's expensive to get me. It's at least $1.5 million.
I got a couple of hot takes today. My first hot take, I'm gonna jump into this one first. I feel like for millennials and Gen Z, I feel like we're not broke. We're just getting priced out of life. Honestly, because the times that we live in are different than our parents and grandparents.
They don't believe that, but they are.
And everything, the economy was different, understandably. But where we are in the economy, bro, you got studio apartments, $2,000, $2,500 based on where you live. And I know it's always based on location, but still, if you look at the job market and you look at the economy, let's look at the job market and look at the price of houses, homes, and renting things. It's astronomical, bro.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. Then you got it in certain areas where gas is $4 to $7, bro. It was a different time in a different era that we were growing up in. So I don't feel like...
And college degrees are valued less.
Yes, that's a perfect example. I don't think that we're in today's world or society they're broke. I just feel like we're getting priced out of life, bro. And that's just the reality, bro. Yep. We're in a place where maybe going out to eat is less than groceries nowadays.
I used to be able to go to the carryout and get 5 wings and french fries for $10. Now, it's at least $15
$15, $20, $25, bro. Stop playing.
Don't get me started on haircuts either.
Oh boy, we would have an uproar in this joint. Haircuts, bro. Like that's one too. So like everything that you do in life right now, bro, it's expensive, bro. It's expensive. No matter what you look at, it's expensive. And I always give credit to my parents and grandparents for setting the foundation. That's bar none. But also, it is a sense of the economy. It was different. So if you was making, let's say hypothetically, you was making 60 to 70 or 80K back then, bro, you were daggone near rich.
Yeah, you could support your family off of that. You could support your family off that.
Nowadays, bro, let's say where we at for right now.
Support yourself.
Let's say specifically DC or PG County. For a comfortable living, and this is documented, it's $100K plus for comfortable living. You feel me? And also too, that's something I feel like that's misconstrued too. This could be another hot take. Based off of how much money you make, you can be the wealthiest person. Your expenses, you can still live check to check. Don't get it twisted. Just because you see people making so much money or astronomical money, people still live check to check because you pay for your expenses, bro. You have to really map out your expenses. So if you have an expensive lifestyle and you're making a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, you can still be living check to check or pay, or you can still be living in that type of way. Also, another hot take I would say is that we have more access to the truth than ever before, bro. Ever before. But people still believe the nonsense. People still believe the nonsense, bro. You can have the truth right in front of you nowadays. And now we have AI, we have artificial technology, we have all these different type of things, bro. It's out of pocket, bro. Because you can have something right in front of you, bro. I'm talking about we can see them document aliens, and they be right in front of us. They be like, bro, that's AI. and it puts us in a place of, it's a scary place to be in because now you don't know what to really believe, bro. You have AI music that now
sounds like artists.
Sounds just like the artist, just like the person. You have
got
AI.
Timbaland signing them.
You have ChatGPT, bro. You ask ChatGPT something, they give you a paragraph, they give you an essay, they give you a whole template, they give you a PowerPoint, bro. Type it in, whatever you want is right there in the blink of an eye.
I don't like they've been making those AI content videos of like people, and they be looking. I'd be
that's
like,
been the scariest thing.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this and why?
Bro, AI looks just like a real person, bro.
The only thing y'all can't fake is them eating. That's how I know it's AI. Cause like the food be getting like warped into the person. I'd be like, okay, clearly this is not like a person, but it's just like, what's the point of this?
It's hard to tell. It's
like, what's the point of this? Like,
it's
why?
hard to see what the truth is because we, like you said, we can have the truth right in front of us and we would not know. Dangerous world we playing in. And lastly, therapy is becoming a popular banter conversation rather than people actually applying. And I feel like it's become such a popular conversation that people that haven't even been in therapy are just talking about it as if they went to therapy. And that can be, you know what I'm saying, that can be confusing to a lot of people or the masses because you can be given misinformation. You can be like, oh, wait, I went to therapy for this, that, and the third. And you didn't really go. You just trying to have conversation.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
You feel me? Like I feel
like more people are faking about going to therapy than actually going to therapy.
Therapy and mental health, like it's serious, but I feel like a lot of people are using it as a crutch.
Yeah, they're taking
advantage of it. Like I feel like we're in this space now that
therapy's expensive. Weird. That's why I haven't gone. Therapy's expensive. I can't afford therapy
now. It's expensive because it's supply and demand. Yeah. Now everybody is looking to go getting more information, which is a great, amazing thing, but. It's another thing that's becoming priced out, bro.
Yeah.
Man. Another amazing episode of the Phase on View podcast, man. Episode 448. Stay tuned in, tapped in, all social media platforms. Much love to you guys. Yes, sir.
Yes.